What is going on, guys? And let's talk about these three lenses. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing the same shirt because today I'm filming videos back to back, trying to batch film them so I can edit and then publish them when I have time. But anyways, with that out of the way, today we're going to be talking about the three lenses that Sony is about to be releasing very, very soon. Now, these lenses are going to be pretty interesting because they actually feature the same body. They're going to be contained within the same housing, but we're going to have obviously different focal lengths, and these are going to be prime lenses. So stay tuned. All that information after the intro. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Let's talk about these three lenses that Sony is about to introduce to us at any moment from now on. So before we continue, remember that on April 5th, I'm giving away a brand new G Crane 2S, and all you have to do to enter, read the rules right next to me. I list all the details down in the description, and good luck to all of you guys. So let's actually go back here to these three lenses, and I'm reading it right off Sony Alpha Rumors. Now we're gonna be comparing these lenses as well with the ones that Sigma have released, because Sigma have released, I believe, 4 lenses, and it follows kind of like the same design and concept. Compact with a lot of manual controls. So let's actually start for the first lens, and this one is going to be the 24mm f2.8. Now all this information has been leaked by Nakashita Japan, and he has been pretty spot on with a recent leak, so we're gonna trust him. Now these images that you see are the images that were published by Nakashita, so this looks like the real deal here. And one of the things that you're gonna see in the 24 f2.8 is that we are gonna have manual aperture control and obviously, the focus ring. So this type of design and this type of mechanisms are gonna be consistent throughout the lenses that we're gonna be talking about today. Now let's take the 24 and start describing what we can tell from these images, because these lenses are not gonna be a cheap version of a 24. I don't think this lens is gonna be very, very cheap. I think they're gonna be priced, right, and we're gonna talk about price in just a moment. But the first thing that we can see in this are going to be G. Now, the G line is kind of like a step below the G Master line. It's not G Master, but there are lenses that perform really well. Usually they are fast enough without breaking the bank. So again, f2.8 for this one, we can see a configurable button right there. That is going to be very important if you wanna, maybe assign a focus hold or a function right there. Very handy. And another thing that we're gonna see from all the other lenses is an autofocus and manual focus switch. I personally love that, just to switch really quick without having to use one of the buttons from the camera. Now, look at this lens, and let's actually move on to the 40mm f2.5. Yes, f2.5. So once again, it looks pretty much the same. There's nothing new to say here. We don't know about, how many aperture blades are gonna have. I'm assuming that they're gonna have 9 probably. But I mean, the lens looks, pretty good. Same, functionality, same buttons, same switches, and the same goes for the 50mm f2.5. Now, once we start talking about the Sigma, which that's gonna happen in just a moment, we're gonna have a little bit more of a gap. Now, Sony is coming with a 40 and a 50mm, and I think that there is not a lot of difference. I think that one of the lenses should have been either the 40 a 35 and the 50 maybe a 60 or a 65, just to create enough, reasoning for you to own the three lenses. I probably would get the 24 and the 50 and be done with it. I don't think I would actually bother for 40. That's not gonna be my case. Now let's actually compare some of these lenses, their design with the Sigma one, because Sigma actually released these lenses, first. Now Sigma has more lenses, but as you can see, the design, the line of the lens is pretty much the same concept. We also have those kind of gear type of rings right there on the aperture as well, and obviously on the focusing ring. Now, this one, the 24 from Sigma, is an f3.5, where the Sony is going to be an f2.8, and that is going to be a faster lens. So if it's priced right, I think that points go towards the Sony one, because people like to shoot with faster lenses. All right, let's talk about the next lens. This one is going to be the 35mm f2 DGDNC lens, and they all belong to the same line. Same thing. Now, the next one is gonna be the 45mm f2.8, and then Sigma also has a 65. So right here, you can see a little bit better of a separation between, you know, the lenses. You know, first of all, we have native lenses like the 24 here and the 35mm from Sigma. You have an f2 or an f2.8. So most likely, I mean, the price difference is not that much. You know, if you see the Sigma, the f2 is actually $639 versus $549 for the f2.8 version. Now the 65, this is the lens that I think Sony should have also made, is an f2, which is actually faster than the 50 from Sony, and this one go for $699, $700. So that is an observation that I can make. The other thing is that these lenses, as you can see, they are not exactly the same body type. It looks like the 35 and the 65 may share a similar body type, and that the 24 and the 45 also share the same body type, but because I don't own these lenses and I don't have it in my hands, I don't know if the proportion is actually right on the computer. Now, going back to the Sony lenses. Now, if you're a Sony shooter that love to shoot with Sony native lenses, well, I think this lens is going to be a great option for those you know, shooters shooting with Sony A7C, for example. You know, these lenses, you know, it's very obvious that they are made with compactness in mind, and the Sony A7C is a full-frame camera, you know, the smallest one that you can get from the Sony ecosystem. These will make really great travel lenses. Now, like I mentioned before, until we see all the details, you know, of these lenses, my only comment is that I would love to have a trio, you know, well separated. I wish that maybe Sony would have done it with a 16, a 35, and a 50 rather than a 24, a 40, and a 50. Not enough gap right there. This could have been an opportunity to have a really nice small vlogging lens. But again, you know, yes, I take it probably because of size, you know, constraint. They wanted to go with the same body, and that just couldn't happen. And when you think about the Sigma 60mm, it's actually bigger than the Sigma 35 and even bigger than the Sigma 56. So probably that would have entailed, you know, breaking that cohesiveness of having, you know, all lenses with the same body. But let's actually wait to see what Sony is gonna do. Drop your comments down below. Let me know, what do you think about the Sony option that is about to be announced? Or if you much rather go with something from Sigma where it seems to be more separation between the focal lengths. Guys, thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.